Chapter 54. 45 minutes later, Leanne wrapped up the interview with a final question. I could tell she was moved by the team's response the entire time, as the players took her on a journey of what it was like growing up in China and how they reached this pivotal moment. And if you could say anything, what would you say to all the fans of the American team watching? Leanne asked. Sue-Ann thought for a moment. Then she answered, and I translated. We would say we're cheering right along with you. Leanne looked surprised. Sue-Ann continued. No matter who wins on Saturday, it's going to change women's football forever, and that's an accomplishment worth celebrating in every language. And how do you say you cheer for someone in Chinese? Leanne asked. We say GIU, I answered, grinning, which means add oil. Leanne extended a hand to the team as the camera zoomed in on our faces. Well, Team China, I wish you every success and hope you GIU on Saturday. Thank you, the team replied, and that's a wrap, team called. We all let out a great sigh of relief. How did we do? Sue-Ann asked me. I gave her 2 enthusiastic thumbs up as my parents came running over. You were all terrific. So honest and moving, Mom said. She was drying a tear that had fallen on one of her maths pronunciation cards. Did I get all the Chinese right? I asked her. You got all the emotions right, and that's what matters, Dad replied, and I gave him a big hug. Leanne walked over to the players and said, Thank you all again for being so honest and real. Your journey and struggles are going to resonate with so many Americans. Really? Gao Heng asked once I translated. You think so? I know so. You may be playing for another country, but we are all playing for the same goal, Leanne added. So girls like Mia can confidently say, I can be anything. I beamed at her. The producer chimed in with a few words of his own. I hope you consider a career in broadcast journalism, Mia. You're a natural. I blushed. Thanks. I'm applying for a journalism camp for winter break up in San Francisco. I started telling him how wanting to go to a camp was how this whole thing had started. I'd never imagined it would lead me to being on TV. That's the kind of attitude that will get you far, Tim said, pulling out his business card. I hope you give us a call when you're ready for an internship with us. I studied the card. You have a 714 number 2? I exclaimed. That's right. I live in Anaheim, he said. Really? My parents and I said at the same time. Tim nodded. Right over in Maple Hills. It's a new development. We know Maple Hills, Dad said. We were thinking of moving there, but the fact that they don't allow any backyard gatherings, he said. Or dogs, I added. Tim's eyebrows knitted. What are you talking about? He pulled out his wallet to show us a picture of a Labrador Retriever lying on a green lawn. That's my dog, Bandit. There are tons of dogs in Maple Hills. Dad and I looked over at each other confused. But the neighbor we talked to specifically said no dogs allowed. Tim pointed to the picture of Bandit. I don't know what to tell you. I've had Bandit ever since I moved here. No one's giving me any trouble. In fact, they're thinking of building a neighborhood park specifically for dogs. Well, how do you like that? The neighbor has been making it up. As for the backyard gatherings, Tim went on, of course they're allowed. It's where I have my annual 4th of July staff barbecue. Leanne looked over and added, which is the best. I looked over at Dad. I could tell he was wondering the same thing. Why would the neighbor straight up lie to us? I'm sorry you guys were misinformed, but it's truly a great community, Tim added. The last I heard, the house on the corner is still on market. You should seriously think about moving in. Thank you, Dad said to Tim, and we shook hands and said our goodbyes.